Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for taking the time to click over and watch this video. I'm extremely excited to walk you through the exact six-figure coaching funnel that we use to help fitness coaches go from 0 to 30K a month within just 6 months completely online. And more importantly, how you can take these exact same systems and funnels and apply it into your fitness coaching business as well. Now, these are the exact same systems that we use to help Sam do $33,000 in 8 weeks with $100 a week in acquisition spend. Same systems we use for Chris to do $34,000 cash in a single month. Once again, $100 a week in acquisition. David, $32,000 in 12 weeks. Once again, $100 a week in acquisition. And Robin, who's spending even less and doing $17,000 a month. Now, I'm going to walk you guys through exactly how to set these systems up no matter where you are in your business, starting out or you're already experienced. But before I do, I want to quickly take the time to introduce myself. Now, in case you don't know me, my name is Corbin Silk, and over the past 6 years, I've been working with influencers of all different backgrounds, mainly within the fitness industry. And the two things that I've been doing with them is not only helping them grow their audience, but monetize. My first ever crack at this was with an incredible influencer named Sarah Magusara, and she started out at 6 million followers. Together, we got her to 14 million followers within 8 months. That's 1 million followers growth every single month. But it wasn't just about the vanity metrics. I also took it from making $0 a month with 6 million followers to doing 130K a month within 8 months. Now, just so you guys can see, this is no cap. Sarah's now at 18 million followers. She runs Glow with Sarah, which is a fitness coaching app. And that is literally where I started out. That was my first ever client. So this is my bread and butter. Systems for fitness coaches is exactly what I know. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Corbin, she's got millions of followers. Of course she's going to be making money. I don't have millions of followers. So how are these systems even going to work for me? Well, I agree 100%. And I wanted to answer this question myself. Even though these systems work, the high ticket offers we were running for Sarah, even though they worked with millions of followers, I wanted to find out, what if I started from zero? What if I had a brand new audience, a brand new coaching offer? What could I do then? Would these systems still work? And so I did, and I tried it. I started a brand new coaching business, literally 0 followers. I bought some fake Instagram account. I bought 500 fake followers. So literally 0 real followers. And I started from scratch. And I wanted to see, can these high ticket offers work? Can the right systems actually make me money, even if I'm starting from zero? And as you guys can see, in the first 16 days of launch, I made $15,000. But it didn't stop there. In the first 3 months, I scaled this brand new coaching business to $25,000 a month. Now, yes, the screenshot only shows $23,000. We had another $2K come through on PayPal. But in those same 3 months, we had done a total of $51,000 cash collected. But again, this was starting out at literally zero. And so I knew if these systems could work for me, starting out at scratch, fitness coaches need this more than anyone else. Why do I say that? You guys struggle the most from what I call the gym bro mentality when it comes to business, right? You guys probably take the gym bro approach when it comes to fitness, and that works fine, but business is totally different. You guys are stuck doing everything yourself. You're doing all of your DMs yourself. You're doing all of your content. You come up with the ideas, you edit it, you post it. You do your entire sales process all by yourself. You manage clients alone. You guys are a one-man army. The fitness coaching industry suffers from a lack of systems more than anyone else. So I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to take all these systems and absolutely blow up the fitness coaching industry. And that's exactly what I did. Over the past 3 years, I completely dedicated myself to exclusively working with fitness coaches who are serious and they want to scale. I don't work with any other type of coach. I don't do business coaching for anyone else. It's literally just fitness coaches. You guys need these systems more than anyone else. So I want to show you guys exactly what kind of systems and funnels you are missing out on with your fitness coaching business. All of the things that are going to make your life easier, save you time, and make you more money. So without further ado, let me dive straight in. Now, there's really 2 different types of funnels that we run for coaches, and it completely depends on where you're at right now in your business. If you're already doing around $5,000 a month, I'm going to break down the funnel that we use to get coaches to 30K a month. If you're a complete beginner starting at 0 and you want to get to 10K a month within 6 months, then I'm going to break down this funnel a little bit later. So if you want to skip ahead to that, just go down to the timestamps, click ahead, and I'll break that funnel down. But to start off, for all of my coaches doing around 5K, essentially what I'm going to show you guys is the proven growth model for existing online coaches who want to get out of the trenches, stop being an employee in their business, and start operating like a founder. This is specifically for coaches who are ready and eager to scale rapidly. Now, what are the requirements here? Number one, at least 2,000 to 5,000 Instagram followers. You don't need anything more than that, but as long as you have 2,000 followers, all of these acquisition systems you can implement immediately and get cash. Now, how much is this actually going to cost you, right? Like I said, all those case studies I showed you earlier, right? Chris, who did $34,000 in a single month, was spending $100 a week for his instant acquisition systems. Chris only had 2,000 followers when he started with us. The biggest misconception that I hear from coaches who want to make money is like, oh no, I'm going to focus on growing the brand more. And they've already got like fucking 10K. It's like, how many more followers do you think you need? Followers don't equal dollars. Conversion equals dollars. Without any kind of system to go in and convert all these new followers that you have, what is the point of just adding more to the top of the funnel? What is the point of having all these vanity metrics? If you have no system to convert, why keep trying to get more followers? Your primary objective, if you have around 2,000 followers, you're doing around 5,000, you need to focus on conversion. You're probably sitting on thousands and thousands of dollars, but you just don't have the right acquisition systems. So that is step 1 and 2, right? 2,000 to 5,000 followers and at least $100 a week for budget for instant acquisition systems. And number 3, need to have client case studies. It's very, very difficult to scale to 10, 20, 30K a month without any kind of proof that you can do what you say you can do, which is why you need client case studies. Now, if you have all 3 of these requirements, this is what essentially a broad overview of the scaling process is going to look like. Phase 1 and 2, you can implement within 7 days. Again, it doesn't take ages to implement these simple systems, but you do need to meet those requirements in order for this to be effective. So what are the key tasks that we're going to be using within this phase? Phase number 1 is automated follower conversion. Like I said, if you have a decent audience, stop worrying about trying to add more followers, start building the conversion mechanism so you can add more followers later. So phase 1 is to implement a trained appointment setting VA into your business to automate your entire booking process by DMing 100 to 200 qualified leads every single day across multiple social media platforms. That is just step number 1. We're going to get you out of the DMs. We're going to save you 3 to 4 hours a day and get your VA cranking out qualified DMs, right? I find a lot of people tell me like, oh, look, I can do it myself. You know, I don't mind. It's not taking a lot of time for me. If that is true and manually DMing, you're doing that all by yourself, you're not doing enough volume, right? It really takes a minimum of 100 DMs per day. And if you're not doing anywhere close to that, you're simply not doing the necessary volume to scale. You need someone who can take this off your hands. I had someone message me in the DMs the other day and it's like, why do I need a VA? Like, what could they do that I can't do myself? They're going to save you time, you muppet. Why would you want to be stuck in the DMs for 4 hours a day? Just because you can do it, why should you? This is the most base level menial task you can possibly do. It's the easiest thing to outsource, right? This only costs you $5 an hour. Is your time worth more or less than $5 an hour? Right? This is the first step that you need to do to give you guys a bit of an indication at what this actually looks like, right? $5 appointment setter, bang, bang, bang. You sit on top of your business now. You're not in the trenches anymore. You can focus on the content, focus on the bigger picture. Someone else is going to be doing the DMs for you, right? They have a proven script. They're going to be messaging 100 people a day just on Instagram. You've also got TikTok, Facebook. Most people don't know how to convert people on TikTok. A lot of my clients, 50% of their clients come from TikTok. And again, they use a VA to do all of this, right? So your VA is equipped with a proven DM script. We literally have tested this with over 80,000 DMs to refine it down to the perfect outreach script. You don't even need cold. It's 100% warm outreach to your existing audience. So your VA is trained with a proven script. They handle all the conversations themselves, do 100 a day, they track everything, they manage all of your follow-up. How many times have you guys actually followed up with people, right? We followed up with people from 3 years ago that still get on calls with us to this day. Why? Because it's tracked. We can see who we messaged ages ago. We keep doing follow-up with them. And they're going to book you a minimum of 1 to 2 quality calls every single day. That's without you being in the DMs anymore. If you just do that, you'll open your eyes as to how much time you're going to save and how much more money you're going to make. That is literally, like I said, step 1. Now, the kind of objections that I get here, right, is people say, oh, look, if I hire a virtual assistant, they're not going to be able to speak English. There's, number one, we hire people with phenomenal English, right? We hire them from the Philippines. I've hired every single one of my VAs except one from the Philippines, and they speak amazing English. But to make sure that when they're messaging people, it's indistinguishable from you messaging them, we build out an AI language model for some of our clients. I'll literally show you what we did for one of our coaches, Nick. So Nick was having a little bit of trouble because even though his VA was speaking perfect English, they were writing it like a casual conversation, but it just wasn't matching his cadence. So here, his VA is in blue. They're messaging this guy, David, and the VA says, interesting, have you ever had a coach to help you out with that before? Because TBH, you'll get 10 times more progress on your goal when having a coach, right? Solid English, right? Very like kind of youthful, but whatever. The coach didn't like that. He wanted to come across more professional. So we built out a language model using ChatGPT, and you can see what ChatGPT has recognized. I'm blocking out some of the inputs that we put here, but the language model, I'll create a structured template or a voice guide that reflects your style. This guide will help your appointment setters write messages that sound like you. Phenomenal. Interactive rephrasing. I'll train the language model on patterns identified so your appointment setter can send me draft messages and I'll rephrase them in your voice moving forward. So that's exactly what they did. The VA put into ChatGPT that exact message that the coach wanted them to make more professional, and then bang, spat it out in exactly the coach's cadence. Having a coach can accelerate your progress towards your goals by up to 10 times, providing guidance and accountability you need to succeed. Bang on, right? So even if you bring on a virtual assistant, you can have a language model built for you by our team that matches your cadence. So you don't need to worry about, are they going to speak perfect English? The language model has got you covered. Number two kind of concern I hear from people is, what about the security concern? I'm sharing my account. I've been working with VAs for 3 years, not only on my account, but on my client's account. We've never once had a security issue because of one reason: two-factor authentication. As long as you have this set up on Instagram, and pretty much every single account does, it's literally impossible for anyone else to make changes to your account without you receiving a text message notification. Or you have to type in some Google authentication code. Like, it's literally impossible for them to make any changes to your account. So we've never had any security issue. But like I said, guys, this is step one. If you're at 5K and you want to get to 30K, you need to get out of the trenches, get out of the DMs. But now let's take it to step two. Let's say we are booking a boatload of calls completely on autopilot. Conversations are moving along. They're indistinguishable from us being in the DMs. Great. What do we sell people? If you right now are selling anything below $300-400 USD per month, you need a second program. You need to sell a high ticket program. What we do here in this phase is called our two-pronged profit, right? Sell a high ticket program for $2,000 to $5,000 and a low ticket AI fitness coaching program exclusively as a downsell, which means on these calls that your VA is booking, you can either cash collect very heavily for the financially qualified leads, or if they can't afford it, downsell them to the low ticket AI fitness coaching program that we build for you and build your foundational monthly recurring revenue. You can use that monthly recurring revenue to reinvest in growth and conversion systems. That is what phase 3 and 4 look like. But no matter what, you've got something to sell somebody. You can get to a 70-80% close rate because you can sell anything, right? Or you can sell somebody anything, I should say. Now, what this actually looks like, again, for so many of the coaches, I'll even just show you guys here, like a lot of the objections that I hear from people is number one, people can't afford high ticket. It's completely false. People are spending thousands of dollars every quarter. It's on things that they think are important. It could be things for their car. It could be game consoles. It could be whatever. But they're not spending that money with you. And that's because you haven't been able to tap into their real pain. Pain is at the top of people's priority list, right? Avoiding pain is number one. So they're spending all of this big money on other shit that's either bringing them pleasure or helping them avoid pain, but they're not spending it with you because you don't know how to create an offer that can tap into that pain. That is what we solve. I don't expect you to know how to build a high-ticket fitness coaching program. We've been doing this for 3 years, right? So we literally go through for every single one of our clients and we build out a high-ticket fitness coaching program, completely unique to your own specialty, to your own audience, right? We help you build out the app. A lot of our coaches choose to enhance their offer by bringing on board a nutritionist. So what we do, we give you all of the nutritionist contracts, help you find a nutritionist and negotiate an incredible deal. You would not believe how cost effective it is to bring on a nutritionist to serve all of your clients, take off 60% of your workload, and literally enhance the value of your offer by 10 times, right? On top of that, helping you guys out with the done for you meal prep as well. This is super, super important, especially if you're trying to target the 1% niches, the business owners. They don't want to be stuck in the kitchen making their own food. If you can incorporate this into your offer, you can charge 3K, 4K, 5K, right? So we literally built out Chris a 5K USD fitness coaching offer. And that is one of the big reasons he was able to do $34,000 cash collected with only 2,000 followers. Because we built out a high ticket program. Just like Hyrule, we built Hyrule a $4,300 program versus Gravity. It's a 2,000 pound program. David started that with 700 followers with us, and in 33 days signed on 5 clients at 2.5K each, right? 3 months later, he's done $32,000 with his VA. For Peak Health, we built them an incredible high ticket coaching program, right? Leveraging their specialty in reducing inflammation. And literally their first month, you can see right here, their first month, 20K in sales, first month with a high ticket offer, right? William as well, 2.5K USD program. So we are building these high ticket programs all day, every day, but it helps you cash collect so much heavier because you actually have something valuable to sell people, right? So after phase 1 and 2, honestly, if you're just running that, you're going to be doing 10K a month within 30, 60 days time. Okay. The entire acquisition cost for this is $100 a week just to pay for your VA. All right. If you want to see the math on that, let me pull up my calendar real quick. $5 an hour. Your VA is working 4 hours a day, 20 working days. You're looking at what? 400 USD. $100 a week. I mean, it is absolutely phenomenal. So again, let me recap just this section. If you're already at 5K a month and you want to get to 30K in 6 months, if we just implement phase 1 and 2 for you, within 7 days, we can have everything set up. You got your VA on board, new high ticket program. Within 30 to 60 days, you're already doing 10K a month. And it's only going to cost you $100 a week. You don't even need to touch ads, because if you have a decent audience, I can guarantee there's high ticket buyers in here. You just haven't had the system to convert. So let's now fast forward and say you've implemented phase 1 and 2, you're cranking 10K a month. The next problem you are going to face is that you will eventually run out of leads, right? Again, if you only have an audience of 2 to 5K, you're going to run out eventually. We want to prevent that. And so we're going to take the cash flow that we've been making and reinvest it into what we call the unlimited lead flow strategy. And for this, it's essentially to continue feeding the pipeline with fresh, qualified leads every single day by using a done-for-you brand growth system. Now, this might sound like a bit of a mouthful. Let me explain. The idea here is that not only are we going to completely get you out of the trenches when it comes to creating content, right? But we're also going to make sure that all the content that you produce is guaranteed to reach people and grow your brand. How do we do this? First thing we help you do is hire a done-for-you retention editor. They're only going to charge you $5 to $10 a video, but the videos are going to be short, sharp, punchy. It's built for retention, so people not only watch your videos, but because it's so highly engaging, they're following. It's performing well organically. But now with our $3 a day boosting strategy, we want to throw fuel on the fire. This is going to lead to guaranteed growth for your brand, which means every month you're getting new leads to sell to. This cycle can keep continuing. Appointment setter to message the new followers. You're selling 1 of 2 different programs. Bang, keep reinvesting some of the cash. Simple as that. Now, to literally show you guys how effective this is, we helped Sam hire an editor to do retention-based editing. They're super funny, highly engaging. There's memes in his content. Each one of these videos you see costs $5. All Sam has to do is pick up the camera once every 2 weeks, once every week, and press record. It gets passed off to an editor, and look at the results here. Sam only has like 18,000 followers, but pulling in 500,000 views. Imagine if you could spend $5 getting a video edited, done for you, and get 500,000 views. You'd save yourself 2 or 3 hours a day editing your content. Here, 112,000, 143,000 views. And then you got the little ones, right? Still, almost 30K on this one, 20K on this one. This is what happens when you build a system around literally everything. And content is the next step. When it comes to the actual boosting strategy, I want to show you what we did with our guy Chris. Chris came to us with literally, you can see it down here, 1,400 followers. And in 2 months, I'll show you, in 2 months of running this $3 a day boosting strategy, he's now at over 5,000 followers. He has just about 3,500 extra leads to sell to. And look at the virality here. Because he's making great content, right? The edits are solid, it's retention based. Look at the results here. $3 a day on these reels. It's fucking phenomenal, right? This is what guaranteed growth looks like. It's predictable. It's not breaking the bank either because it's using the cash flow we built in phases 1 and 2. And so again, I'm going to go here. The kind of objections I hear from people is, I don't want to pay money to get followers. I want people to just come to me. I want it to be real. Listen, if you are getting real followers, let's say you are running the $3 a day boosting strategy. You're getting real followers. You're not paying for followers, but they're real. They're qualified. And it doesn't cost you anything out of pocket. Again, we're just using the cash flow we generated from the low ticket clients. Then you will absolutely want to keep paying. If the system's working and it's feeding you with thousands of new quality followers, I can guarantee you're going to keep paying. When you can see how much money you can truly make from your followers, you will want to keep paying for this system because it's predictable. If you just rely on organic content, posting massive amounts, 3 or 4 pieces of content a day, your strategy is a hope and a prayer. Yeah, sure, you can try and master the perfect talking, whatever, but your whole strategy is based off luck. There's nothing predictable about that. Whereas if you build solid content, doesn't need to be perfect, solid content, have it edited by a good retention editor for cheap, and a boosting strategy for guaranteed growth, you can grow your brand predictably month after month after month and keep on feeding your pipeline. You will want to keep paying because it's predictable, right? But that's phase 1, 2, and 3. By this stage, we're cruising, we're doing 15K, everything's good. But what's the next problem? How do we actually crush it at 20 and 30K consistently? If we look at phase 1, 2, and 3, you will eventually have leads slip through the cracks. You'll be dealing with so many different leads, you're not going to remember who you've been in contact with. Not everybody that you want to reach out to is going to reach back out. And so what we do for this is what we call the targeted reoffer protocol. Again, it's a bit of a mouthful, but let me explain. The idea here is that we run direct response retargeting ads specifically designed to re-engage the ultra qualified leads. The ultra qualified leads most of the time are observing you from a distance. They have money, they know they're looking for coaching, but they're looking for the best option. They're not going to be so easy to reel in. But with retargeting campaigns, I know it sounds a little bit like a mouthful. Here, with the right campaigns, we are reeling people in, reeling in the hot prospects with reoffers, and it's super low cost and high engagement. Why is it super low cost? Because we're not targeting cold audiences anymore with retargeting ads. We're only reaching the people that have already seen your face before. So that audience is much smaller. We don't have to spend that much money to reach them. And because they've seen your face multiple times, the engagement is so high. They've already got that built-in trust factor with you. If you want to see a little bit of a glimpse at what this looks like, we step by step help you build out these action-driven retargeting campaigns that have, for example, a valuable resource that people need to essentially opt in for in order to get it, right? Very, very simple stuff, right? Freebie is the whole 9. But with the right ad setup, you can recapture all of those leads who are slipping through the cracks, who've been ghosting you, who you haven't heard from in months. And with the right offer, we test multiple different value resources here. With the right one, you can get anyone at any angle. They'll jump in, begin the conversation again, get booked on a call, close. That is literally what the 4-step process looks like to go from 5K a month to 30K a month consistently. We've done this time and time and time again, right? Now, the only objections that I hear from people at this stage is, well, number one, I don't know how to set up these ads. The good news is for us in our program, it's completely step by step guide. The only other issue I hear from people is they say, look, Corbin, ads never worked for me in the past. I don't want to run ads anymore. The reason they haven't worked for you in the past was probably because you're either spending too much or you're spending on the wrong audiences. So this is literally the only 4-step plan you need. You don't need to worry about overly complicated strategies and systems and all this kind of stuff. This is so easy to deploy. the biggest spike in your income that you're going to face is right here in the first 7 days of getting phase 1 and 2 set up. You're going to keep feeding your pipeline with phase 3, growing your brand. So even for those coaches who are in the back of their mind still thinking, no, I want to grow the brand first, you can do both. But are you in business to be famous or to make money? You can do both. If you don't implement the right conversion systems straight away, it's going to be this huge hole in your bucket. So no matter how many new followers you get, they're going to just run out the bottom. Even if we just look at phase 1 and 2, VA, high ticket program. I mean, look, Sam, 11K in a week. Even just helping Peak Health build out the high ticket program, just phase 2 actually, 20K in sales in one month, in the first month, 11K week as well. As you guys saw, High Rule, $4,300 offer. If you're at this stage, you're at that 5K mark, this is what you need, right? But we don't just stop here. When it comes to the kind of bonuses that you guys will benefit from the most as you're an experienced coach, it's number 1, inbound lead flow integration. You guys need to understand how to really use Instagram stories, and not just the plain Instagram stories, but how to also leverage close friend stories to 10x your views, 10x your lead flow, and 10x your income. Literally, I mean, if you guys want to see this, just on the story views alone, we helped Sam split test a bunch of different story promos. The first batch that he was doing was only maybe getting 1,000-ish views. As you can see here, the first 12 minutes already getting opt-ins. The first 13 hours, 4,200 story views. He ended the whole 24 hours with around 6,000 story views with only 18,000 followers. And you can see the opt-ins. He's messaging the keyword fun. Solid amount of leads. So if you guys already have a solid audience here, we don't just want to rely on all the outbound stuff. We want to implement an inbound lead flow strategy as well. How else can we take the inbound lead flow to the next level? ManyChat Mastery is absolutely game-changing for you guys with experience. Now, here, what we show you is exactly how to generate hundreds of quality fitness leads and convert them into clients using action-driven reels and ManyChat automations. We did this for our guy, Pat, and you can see 1,500 leads via ManyChat from one post. Look at all these opt-ins. Bootcamp. Just with one ManyChat automation, one reel, 1,500 leads. Fucking phenomenal. Plus all of the outreach that his VA team does, you're bulletproof. You're taking care of the outbound and you've got inbound coming in. You guys at that 5K level, you need to optimize for both. You need outbound, you need inbound as well. As I mentioned to you guys earlier, having a custom AI language model built for you, for your appointment setting, means that conversations are indistinguishable. So there's literally no reason for you to be in the DMs anymore, right? 6-figure sales is so important. We're booking all of these calls, but I can guarantee you if you're only at a 5K level, it's got something to do with sales as well. So literally what we did, I've spent so much money on getting coached for sales. I had my coach build out an incredible script just for selling high ticket fitness coaching programs, right? So we show you guys exactly how to do this, the objection handling, the on-the-call hacks to increase conversions, and even if all else fails, how to close people after the call is done. For the first, I'd say 18 months of my online coaching business, I could not get closes on the actual call. Like, I was bad at sales. So I had to master the ability to get closes, even if people said I need to think about it. Within a day or two, I could get them reeled back in, closed, paid in full. And so we show you literally how to cover every aspect of the sales process. As well, something we take super serious in our program is the kind of support. So for us, not only do we have 5 group coaching calls every single week, but compared to other programs out there, you don't join the program and get passed off to some random coach. You join the program and work with me directly. Like you guys would have seen, my experience in this industry, a total of 6 years, I've seen it all. It's far more valuable to be working with the person who has these insights than some random coach who you've never met, right? You're here on this video listening to me. On these modules, you're listening to me. So getting that daily one-on-one support as well from the person who's giving you all these strategies is exactly what you need to accelerate your growth. And so if you guys are looking at this and you're like, yeah, Corbs, you know what? This is exactly the level that I want to be at. I like these systems. They sound awesome. It's simple enough for me to understand. I'm at 5K. I've been hovering around here. I'm struggling. I want to crush 30K. I want to do it within 6 months. Then from here, you really just have 2 choices, 2 paths. Path A, the short term, is stay doing exactly what you're doing. Don't change anything about it. Maybe you're still doing the manual outreach. Maybe you're the one-man army managing your clients, all of your content. You don't have a single one of these systems. Short term, you can still be happy. You can be relieved. You're like, you know, I'm going to save money here. I'm just going to try and figure it out myself. I watched this video. Maybe fingers crossed, I'm going to magically be able to crush it. Magically going to be able to figure it out. Cool. If that's the case, good luck. And in the short term, you will be relieved. You'll be happy. Like, yeah, whew, dodged a bullet. Saved a bunch of money. But it's not going to take long. And I've seen it happen to too many people. It's not going to take long where you realize, oh fuck, I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know how to scale. I'm still at 5K. Maybe after 3 months, maybe you increase your rev to 6K, cool. But 6K, who the fuck cares about that? It's not going to change your life. I've been on so many calls with people. I can give you 2 examples. I'm not going to mention names here. I was on the call with a guy a couple months ago, and I'd previously been on a call with him a year ago. Back then, the prices of our programs were way cheaper. And even then, he was begging and pleading for a discount. Back then, we could offer 500 a month payment plans, and that was it. And even then, I need to think about it. A year later, we got on a call. And what do you think happened? He was in an even worse position. He'd given up on online coaching, but he wanted to get back into it. By then, we'd raised our prices. And once again, he asked me, can we do 500? No chance. But that's what happens in the long term. But option number 2, and this is what all of my clients end up doing. Short term, you bite the bullet. Like, okay, I got to watch this good chunk of money leave my account. It stings, but I know I'm making the right decision. I know I'd rather just inherit a proven system. I don't want to try and figure this all out on my own. I don't want to waste years and years and years striving, struggling, failing. I'm just going to inherit the system. I'm going to take the leap. But long term, you end up winning. You learn the skills, you implement the systems, and you actually become a business owner. You get out of the trenches. After you do that, you can never go back. Once you implement great systems, you can never, ever go back. And so this is what the long-term plan looks like. In fact, Pat joined me, 2-3 years ago when I started out. Pat had 2,000 followers. Now he has 150,000 followers. He had to take the leap. He had to bite the bullet. And he didn't just buy my first program, but he bought the second one. Now, Pat's recently joined my mastermind. In fact, he moved to Thailand, 10 minutes away from my house. This was us just the other day. Took him out to steak dinner on the river. Absolutely beautiful. And Pat's hit his first 20K a month. Now, Pat prioritized building the brand first and not the monetization heavily. But now that he's in the mastermind, we're going to get Pat to 50K a month so quick it's not even funny. Because he's got 150,000 fucking followers. It's not going to be an issue at all. But that's the long-term win. That's what can happen. And Pat's just one. I mean, the dozens and dozens and dozens of case studies we have, man. My story highlights, I have 6 story highlights as of the time recording this. So you guys can go look, tire out your finger and just keep watching all of the different case studies. This is proven. But that's what the long-term looks like. So you only have 2 choices here. Which one is it going to be? What are you going to do? So if you like what you've seen, you're like, yeah, cool, so you know what? I really want a better system. I want to stop playing it slow. I want to stop playing it manual. I need a better system. Then go right ahead. The first link in the description is a link to book in on my calendar. We can chat one-on-one. We can find out exactly where you're at, see which kind of plan we need to implement for you, how we're going to be able to grow you as fast as possible. So if that's you really want to take the next step, go ahead, book in the call and come prepared, right? Come with your credit card, right? You watch this video to sell yourself. Watch more of my YouTube videos to sell yourself, right? I look at my sales calls as more of an onboarding call. It's people that they already know they need help. They already trust me. They've seen the case studies. They've seen all the results. They're ready to go. They're tired of just thinking about it, playing it slow. So if you're serious, book the call, jump on, come ready with your credit card, get ready to scale, because we mean serious business here. So if that's you, can't wait to see you on the call. If not, and if this is you, good luck, right? But I hope this is you so that this can be you, and I'll see you on the call. Now, if you are a complete beginner, you're at $0 a month and you want to get to 10K a month within the 6-month range, then I'm going to break down the exact step-by-step funnel that we use to help our coaches do this predictably. So who is this for? This is a proven growth model for new online fitness coaches who want to build an online coaching business from the ground up and do so the right way for long-term success. The worst thing I see is coaches just optimize for the cash and they make 10K one month, but then they can't get back up and do that consistently. So we want to make sure that you don't only hit 10K one month, but it's consistent and you have a great foundation to grow from. So this is specifically for new coaches who are ready and eager to turn muscle into money and are looking for the smart approach. Now, the requirements is you need to have at least 500 to 2,000 Instagram followers. And at this place, if you're just starting out, it's more likely that you have more time than money. And so what you need is 2 or 3 hours per day for acquisition methods. If you are just starting out, you probably don't have client before and afters, but you need to at least have a decent physique. It's very difficult to market yourself as a great fitness coach that people should trust if you don't have any reference for the result that you're promising. So you need to at least have a decent physique. Now, what are the key tasks that we need to run in order to get you from 0 to 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, and then to 10,000 a month consistently? To start off, again, if you are really in the beginning stages, the number one problem that you need to solve is cash flow. Don't be thinking about 10,000 a month. Don't be thinking about trying to go viral and build a brand. You need to first focus on cash flow. Now, with us in our program, we make this so easy. What we do here is actually build essentially an AI fitness coaching program purely for cash flow. These AI fitness coaching programs, you can sell to your audience for $200 a month. They're so cost effective. Anyone can afford it, right? If you look at your audience right now, again, 500 to 2,000 followers, every single person there is spending $50 a week. If they're not spending it with you, then we can build a great offer to take that cash that they're spending elsewhere and actually invest it into their health, right? This is where the AI coaching program comes in. Now, why do we use AI here at all? The idea is that we don't want to bury ourselves in work. When we use an AI fitness coaching model, all of the nutrition is taken care of. All of the client check-ins are automated. The entire onboarding process is a one-click funnel. So they get onboarded instantly. You save 2 to 3 hours per client, per week, even per month, using this kind of automation, right? Now, setting up the program is one thing. I'm going to show you guys exactly what that system looks like, but actually getting the clients is a different thing. And so for task number 1, phase 1, we want to rapidly sign on 5 clients using 6 different acquisition systems and generate $1,000 a month in cash flow. We can do this within 30 days. But the idea is now that we have $1,000 a month in cash flow, we can reinvest it into growth and conversion systems. So this is different from the guys that are already experienced. They've got 2 to 5,000 followers. They've already got an audience that they can immediately go in and liquidate. They already have cash flow, maybe around 3 to 5,000 a month. But if you are brand new, you need cash flow so that you can grow the brand and get leads. That is the idea. So what does this actually look like? So when we're building these $200 a month low ticket coaching programs, what we do for you in the community, we have literally plug and play coaching programs. We set ours up in Trainerize. It's the cheapest. It's honestly the easiest to use. And it's so seamless for setting up automation. So we show you exactly what automations to set up. It's literally plug and play. We show you how to automate all of your check-ins, literally, so you only have to spend 15 minutes with each client maximum per week. And they get an amazing result. Help you set up your community, the group support, everything. That's all good and well, but where the AI comes in is actually groundbreaking. Now, in order to actually show you this, I first want to answer one of the most common objections that I hear from people when I talk about these AI programs. The most common one is, I don't trust the AI. How will my clients actually get results? The idea behind these low ticket programs is that we have time-saving infrastructure, okay? Too many coaches, their whole business is low ticket. Like, that's all they do. They just work with low ticket clients. They do all of the check-ins themselves. They onboard people slowly. Everything is ultra customized. Oh my gosh. Like, it is such a ball ache. That is most of your entire business models. It's so fucking stupid, right? Time-saving infrastructure equals an AI nutrition program. This is what Trainerize does so well. Even Kahuna's, I'm pretty sure, does this too. But the idea is that you only need to design the macros and what kind of macro split you want, if it's prioritizing protein, whatever. And then literally, Trainerize has hundreds and hundreds of recipes that will match that exact macro split that you have, depending on the amount of meals that your client wants to eat. 3 meals a week, 3 meals a day, 4 meals a day, whatever the case may be. And they can sub out different recipes themselves. You don't need to build custom meal plans for people. As long as you build the macros, Trainerize has dozens and dozens of different meals based on that exact macro split for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, whatever it is, totaling to hundreds and hundreds. If your client doesn't like it, they can just with one click of a button sub it out for something that they do like. Each recipe comes with a full video tutorial, the recipe list, the exact instructions, so they can automatically build their shopping list. That is what the AI nutrition looks like. You combine that with automated check-ins and a one-click onboarding process, you're spending only 15 minutes with each client per week. You can sell these like hotcakes, $50 a week, $200 a month. Everybody in your audience, friends, family, or followers, can buy these. All we need for stage 1 is 5. We just need 5 people to say yes, and you can manage these clients effortlessly. So that is literally what phase 1 looks like. But you might be saying, look, Corbin, 1,000 a month is a far cry from 10,000. How can I take this 1,000 a month and turn it into 10K? Well, I'm glad you asked. Phase 2 is all about actually growing your brand, right? Again, the benefit that some of the coaches that are experienced have is they probably are coming into the game with a larger following. If you don't have that luxury, well, no problem. We need to build that in phase 2. And for that, we want to use our brand builder blueprint. This is to use a proven viral fitness brand framework that has helped fitness coaches grow their audience by thousands of followers every single month by outsourcing the done-for-you editing and implementing a $3 a day boosting strategy for guaranteed growth. Now, what does this actually look like, this viral brand builder framework? I'm going to show you guys some examples of clients who have won so big with this blueprint, and they started out at literally 2,000 followers. Pat Chadwick started out with me at 2,000 followers, right? Absolute freshie. He used our viral brand builder to figure out the exact kind of content he needed to make for the calisthenics industry. He grew his audience tens and tens and tens of thousands of followers, and with other help combined along the way, he's been able to go to nearly 150,000 followers. Sam and Hassan started out with me at 4,000 followers, right, and had a massive growth all the way to 166,000 followers, right? Again, they started out pretty much probably where you are right now. And if you want to see, even the boys just messaging me. I was messaging Hassan, one of the boys in Versus Gravity, a little while ago, back when they popped off by like 80,000 followers. And you can read the text right here. I saw your free workout plan pop off. What was your strat behind generating your viral wave? Honestly, bro, we just started doing what we did when we first signed up with you. Created a viral content series around calisthenics hacks. And then you can read a little bit of a love note from Hassan. Love that, bro. Couldn't have done it without you. You opened our eyes to what we could achieve. We'll always remember that, right? So literally, these boys started out from scratch in phase 2, built their brand using the brand builder blueprint. But that was completely without boosting. That was literally just back in the day, going off a viral framework, making boatload of content, fingers crossed. It worked for them, it worked for so many other guys. But how can we actually make this guaranteed? How can we make it a no-brainer that not only can you make the right content with the proven framework, but guarantee growth? This is exactly what we did for our guy Chris. Chris started out with us at 1,400 followers. Right now, he really pioneered this strategy around the $3 a day boosting strategy. And what he was able to do is literally use our blueprint. So he was making good viral content and push it out, force the algorithm to push it out to as many people as possible. And literally with $3 a day, look at the kind of views he's getting. Right? He went from 1,400 followers here to over 5,000 followers in 2 months. And again, look at the views that we're pulling in. $3 a day. Look at this stuff. 144,000, 51,000, 42,000. Absolutely incredible. And so for all of you guys starting out, phase 2 looks like taking this $1,000 a month, hiring an editor to do all of the content for you, and implementing a $3 a day boosting strategy. Over the period of 1 or 2 months, you guarantee to grow your brand. Now you are feeding your top of funnel with brand new fresh leads that you can sell to, which leads us to phase 3. Automated follower conversion. Now that you're feeding your top of funnel with brand new fresh leads to sell to, we want to build a system that can sell to these guys on autopilot without you having to be involved. And so what we do here is implement a trained appointment setting VA into your growing brand to automate your entire booking process by DMing 100 to 200 qualified leads every single day. Now the beauty of phase 2 is that you're not just posting this content on one platform, Instagram, you're posting it on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok as well. So many of our guys, if we look, our guy Lars has been blowing up on Facebook, doubled his following from 6K to 12K within 40 days. Now he's sitting at well above 40,000 followers on Facebook alone. Look at the virality here. And all he does, he just cross-posts it from Instagram over to Facebook. Like with one click of a button, it automatically shares it. So why not build 2 different accounts, have an appointment setter on Instagram and on Facebook, DMing people, booking them on calls? You double your outreach, you double your volume, you double your business, right? Our boys on TikTok are absolutely crushing it as well. James has got tens and thousands of followers on TikTok. So many people think, oh, I can't convert people on TikTok. Most of our clients in the program that have a good TikTok account, 50% of their clients are coming from TikTok. So we have conversion mechanisms that you can use to go into your TikTok following and actually convert them on autopilot as well. So imagine this in phase 3, your VA is doing hundreds of qualified outreach per day, building relationships, having conversations on your behalf, booking people on calls, right? It's a no-brainer. And again, the best part is it's automated. You can get out of the DMs. The only time you're going to have to be in the DMs is in phase 1. And that's if you have more time than money, right? You're going to be using your own manual time to message your audience just until you get to your first 5. After that, you can hire a virtual assistant and bang, bang, bang. To show you how this works when you hire the VA, you can now sit on top of your business. Someone else is going to be doing the messages for you to hundreds of qualified people per day. They get equipped with a warm outreach script. We've sent over 80,000 DMs testing this script. We've refined it down for you. So they're going to have conversations with your leads using the proven script, send hundreds of messages a day, and they track everything. When's the last time you tracked your number? If you messaged someone, did you follow them up a day later, a week later, a month later? We've closed people in our program that we had a call with a year ago, 3 years ago, because we track. Your VA will take care of the menial work for you. So all you need to do is literally the 3 C's: content, calls, and coach your clients. That's it. And you get that literally in just the 3rd phase. Absolute bliss in your business. No more being in the trenches. Now, I have to dispel a couple myths here, right? Some of the kind of feedback I get from people, they're like, well, I don't want a VA in my DMs because I'm worried they can't speak English. This is the easiest problem to solve. Number one, all of the VAs that we hire and train for you, like you aren't involved in that process. We do everything for you. All of the VAs that we hire are so thoroughly vetted by a team, you're never going to get partnered up with someone that can't speak great English. So that, number one. But number two, even if you want to make sure that all the conversations you're having are indistinguishable from you versus your VA, what we do for some of our clients is build out an AI language model. We literally did this for one of our guys here. So you can see the VA is in blue, and even then, English on point. Essentially, what the VA was saying was, oh, interesting, have you ever worked with a coach to help you with that before? Because to be honest, you'll get 10 times more progress on your goal when having a coach. Now, this particular client didn't like the way that the VA phrased it. It was for his audience, it was a little bit too young, like, TBH. So he wanted to make it more professional. So we built a custom AI language model using ChatGPT. I've blocked out the exact prompts that we used, but listen to this from ChatGPT. Language model creation. I'll create a structured template or voice guide that reflects your style. This will help your appointment setters write messages that sound like you. Number 4, interactive rephrasing. I'll train the language model on patterns identified so your appointment setter can send me drafts and I'll rephrase it in your voice moving forward. So this is exactly what they did. So they took that because TBH, you get 10 times more, and bang, it spat it out exactly the way that the coach would want to speak. Having a coach can accelerate your progress towards your goals by up to 10 times, providing guidance and accountability you need to succeed. Bang on, right? So hopefully dispelling myth number 1, the VA can't speak great English, absolutely false. They speak phenomenal English, they can match your cadence using the AI language model, it's all taken care of. But objection number 2 that I hear people say is, I have security concerns, like I don't want them to have my Instagram account. I've been working with VAs personally in my account and on my client's account for over 3 years now. We've never once had a security issue. And the biggest reason why is because of 2-factor authentication. Pretty much every single Instagram account has this built in. It's impossible for anyone to make changes to your account without you receiving a text message on your phone. Your VA doesn't have access to that. They don't have access to your mobile phone. They've got access to your Instagram account. But because of 2-factor authentication, it's impossible for them to make any changes as it is. So we've never had any security concern here whatsoever. Literally, the only other objection I get, which is honestly probably one of the most stupid ones, is this one. I don't want to reach out to people, right? I want them to come to me, right? I want to make great content, and whoever's really interested will hit me up. Let me break down the math for you so you're not left confused. At any given moment, only 3% of any market is actually ready to buy now. They're just hunting for the best option. Without building a one-on-one relationship with someone and expecting everyone to just come to you, you miss out on 97% of the market. Of course, not everyone in this market is going to buy, but you diminish your business to a 3% chance when you just expect everyone to come to you. You need to reach out. You need to have relationships being built with your new followers, or they're just there for vanity. What are you doing? The only way you can possibly build a business off of a 3% ready to buy inbound leads is if you have a huge audience. I'm talking hundreds and thousands of followers. That's number one. Number two, you have insane case studies. Everyone wants to work with you. Or number three, your audience is so high quality. They're hungry to work with you. Anytime you do story promo, hundreds of people message you in. That's literally the only three ways you can possibly build a sustainable business off the 3% market. Besides that, you need to have the kind of system set up where you're building relationship with people, reaching out to them one-on-one. Okay? So that, guys, is literally phase 1, 2, and 3. That is more than enough to get you to 5K a month, easily. But we want to get to 10K. So how do we do that? In phase 4, we call this the two-pronged profit. What we want to do is to introduce a high-ticket 2 to 5K fitness coaching program alongside your low-ticket AI program. That way you have two products that you can sell people. You're either going to cash collect very heavily for the financially qualified leads, or if they can't afford that, you're still going to build your foundational monthly recurring revenue so you can continue to reinvest in the growth and conversion systems. That is literally how you clean up, right? David literally did this. Started out with 700 followers. Okay, in his first 33 days, signed on 5 high-ticket clients at 2.5K each. 3 months later, his VA helped him close essentially $32,000 in 12 weeks. Right? Absolutely unbelievable. If I can even show you guys a few more case studies here. If you're still a little bit doubtful on Corbin, all of this hinges on the first phase, getting 1,000 a month. Andrew started off with us, started off at around 700 followers with us. In his first 3 weeks, signed on 5 low-ticket clients, 200 a month pop. He's going to get that 1,000 a month every month. He's using that to grow his audience, right? Bang on. All these guys, you can see they're using the exact same model. Alex, 2 low-ticket clients, first week. Brian, 300 USD per month client. Second sale of the week for Victor, $550 profit. Again, just starting out, beginner coach. Right? Gav, 2 clients in 2 days, and then signed on another client. William, 3 low-ticket clients, 400 a month each in 1 week. So $1,200 in 1 week, right? It goes on and on and on and on, right? But this is literally what you guys need if you're at zero. This 4-phase plan literally takes you from zero to solving your cash flow issue, reinvesting it into growing your brand rapidly, having an appointment setter to message your new followers, build one-on-one relationship with them, book them on a call. Phase 4, you're now equipped with 2 different programs to sell people, cash collect heavy or keep building your recurring revenue. It is literally a flawless, proven plan. We've done this time and time again for people. And so if you're at this stage and you're like, yeah, you know what, Corbin, this is what I need. I want to start out. I have no idea where to go. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Then at this point, you have 2 choices, 2 paths. Path A, the short term, is stay doing exactly what you're doing. Don't change anything about it. Maybe you're still doing the manual outreach. Maybe you're the one-man army managing your clients, all of your content. You don't have a single one of these systems. Short term, you can still be happy. You can be relieved. You're like, you know, I'm going to save money here. I'm just going to try and figure it out myself. I watched this video. Maybe fingers crossed, I'm going to magically be able to crush it. Magically going to be able to figure it out. Cool. If that's the case, good luck. And in the short term, you will be relieved. You'll be happy. Like, yeah, whew, dodged the bullet. Saved a bunch of money. But it's not going to take long. And I've seen it happen to too many people. It's not going to take long where you realize, oh, fuck, I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know how to scale. I'm still at 5K. Maybe after 3 months, maybe you increase your rev to 6K. Cool. But 6K, who the fuck cares about that? It's not going to change your life. I've been on so many calls with people. I can give you 2 examples. I'm not going to mention names here. I was on the call with a guy a couple months ago, and I'd previously been on a call with him a year ago. Back then, the prices of our programs were way cheaper. And even then, he was begging and pleading for a discount. Back then we could offer 500 a month payment plans, and that was it. And even then, I need to think about it. A year later we got on a call, and what do you think happened? He was in an even worse position. He'd given up on online coaching, but he wanted to get back into it. By then we'd raised our prices, and once again he asked me, can we do 500? No chance. But that's what happens in the long term. But option number 2, and this is what all of my clients end up doing. Short term, you bite the bullet. Like, okay, I got to watch this good chunk of money leave my account. It stings, but I know I'm making the right decision. I know I'd rather just inherit a proven system. I don't want to try and figure this all out on my own. I don't want to waste years and years and years striving, struggling, failing. I'm just going to inherit the system. I'm going to take the leap. But long term, you end up winning. You learn the skills, you implement the systems, and you actually become a business owner. You get out of the trenches. After you do that, you can never go back. Once you implement great systems, you can never, ever go back. And so this is what the long-term plan looks like. In fact, Pat joined me, 2-3 years ago when I started out. Pat had 2,000 followers. Now he has 150,000 followers. He had to take the leap. He had to bite the bullet. And he didn't just buy my first program, but he bought the second one. Now, Pat's recently joined my mastermind. In fact, he moved to Thailand, 10 minutes away from my house. This was us just the other day. Took him out to steak dinner on the river. Absolutely beautiful. And Pat's hit his first 20K a month. Now, Pat prioritized building the brand first and not the monetization heavily. But now that he's in the mastermind, we're going to get Pat to 50K a month so quick it's not even funny. Because he's got 150,000 fucking followers. It's not going to be an issue at all. But that's the long-term win. That's what can happen. And Pat's just one. I mean, the dozens and dozens and dozens of case studies we have, man. My story highlights, I have 6 story highlights as of the time recording this. You guys can go look, tire out your finger, and just keep watching all of the different case studies. This is proven. But that's what the long-term looks like. So you only have 2 choices here. Which one is it going to be? What are you going to do? So if you like what you've seen, you're like, yeah, cool, you know what? I really want a better system. I want to stop playing it slow. I want to stop playing it manual. I need a better system. Then go right ahead. The first link in the description is a link to book in on my calendar. We can chat one-on-one. We can find out exactly where you're at, see which kind of plan we need to implement for you, how we're going to be able to grow you as fast as possible. So if that's you really want to take the next step, go ahead, book in the call, and come prepared, right? Come with your credit card, right? You watch this video to sell yourself. Watch more of my YouTube videos to sell yourself, right? I look at my sales calls as more of an onboarding call. It's people that they already know they need help. They already trust me. They've seen the case studies. They've seen all the results. They're ready to go. They're tired of just thinking about it, playing it slow. So if you're serious, book the call, jump on, come ready with your credit card, get ready to scale, because we mean serious business here. So if that's you, can't wait to see you on the call. If not, and if this is you, good luck. All right, but I hope this is you so that this can be you. And I'll see you on the call.